I know I'm extremely late to the game, but it hasn't been necessary up until this point, and so I haven't really thought about it. But in retrospect, I wish I would have started doing this sooner. As the title suggests, I think it's a really good idea to start learning how to read math textbooks as soon as possible, particularly if you're in high school, because the way math books are going to be written is going to be more and more complicated from there. Because there's going to be a time if you take a math or math major, or even like a math minor, and you're taking anything more than a calculus progression, there's going to come times when you're getting into such small and specific subjects and like rarefied topics that you're going to be hard pressed to find really good videos on that stuff, like tutorials and good explanations on YouTube. And that's what I'm running into right now. I've relied so heavily on YouTube for my calculus progression, for trig. I mean, people like Math BFF and Professor Leonard and Patrick JMT, they make great videos, the best as far as I'm concerned for all of those like high school and early college math. But once you get to things like linear algebra, you might be able to find onesies and twosies examples, but you're not going to find really good explanations and stuff that's really going to clarify things for you, in my opinion. And when that's the case, you got two options left, which is one, find a person to talk to about it, whether that's a tutor, going to office hours with your professor, having a study session so that you and your classmates can hash out confusion and misunderstandings, or you have the textbook. And you're always going to have a textbook regardless. So in my opinion, I think it's good to get a little bit of everything when you can. YouTube, tutoring, office hours, textbook. But if you don't have any of those things at your disposal, which I'm sorry, because that would make life even harder than it needs to be for, a math major. But textbook is always going to be there. And right now I'm dealing with changes of bases and linear algebra, and it's not really a super complicated topic, but like a lot of things in linear algebra, it's rather conceptual, comparatively speaking. And it's hard, I mean, maybe I'm just missing them, but it's hard for me to find really good examples and really good explanations of why I'm doing something. You can write an algorithm for any kind of problem, a step-by-step, do this, and then do this, and then do this, but that's not good enough for me, and it shouldn't be for anyone else who is pursuing a math major. You should want to understand why you're doing it and what deeper ultimate purpose something serves, right? And so right now I'm running out of examples and tutorials and explanations on YouTube, and I'm having to fall back on the textbook. It's drier than the Sahara in the summertime, but if it's all you got, it's all you got, and you got to learn to flourish and make do with what you got, right? So I think it's a good idea to get into that mindset and practice and learning to be successful with that type of material as soon as possible, rather than waiting until you're a sophomore math major and you've never really sat down and hardcore read a textbook. You're behind the power curve for sure. So just something I thought of while I'm trying to trudge through this test prep and understanding this topic. Hopefully this was helpful or interesting. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.